Good day, everyone. Welcome to today's virtual lesson on teaching technique number 16. Begin with the end. I am Jonaline Alias, one of your instructors for this session. I hope you're ready to dive into some exciting learning. As we learn about technique number 16, firstly, let's define what does begin with the end technique. Secondly, how this technique can be used during a class demonstration. And finally, we'll explore the advantages and disadvantages of the begin with the end technique. As I discuss this technique, you are expected to explain what is begin with the end technique, express your appreciation for how this technique impacts you as a student, and actively engage in our structured class activity. Now, I will show you three scrambled words that we will encounter during our discussion. For each scrambled word, you are given 5 seconds to answer. If 5 seconds is not enough, you may pause the video. Okay, so here's our first word. Okay, in 5, 4, 3, 2, are you done? Let's see if you got the correct answer. Yes, you got it. It's planning. Second word in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There, you got it again. It's articulate. And for our last word in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There you go. It's clarity. Yes. So moving on to our topic, begin with the end. Can you read it with me? Okay, so it says here, this technique emphasizes starting the planning process with a clear understanding of the learning goal or objective. Teachers should define what students should know and be able to do by the end of the lesson before planning activities. So, this technique allows students to understand the expected learning outcomes and outputs for a subject after the teacher's discussion. And to further understand how this technique works, here are 3 steps for using begin with the end in a class demonstration. Okay, can you read step 1 out loud? Define the objective. Okay, so there. Before you provide motivation in your class, you should share the learning competencies or objectives of your topic with your students. Let's look at the examples shared on our screen. There. If you are teaching oral communication and your topic is about Asgard-Sham's model, you may say to your students, now, can you read the objective with me? Or you may ask someone to read it aloud, especially when your students are in higher level. Okay, so why do we need to share the objectives? Because that is the goal of technique number 16, begin with the end. Okay, moving on to step 2. Can you read it with me again? Design backward from the objective. Plan activities that directly lead to achieving this goal. This means planning activities that directly lead to achieving this goal or the goal of your lesson. Uh, when after sharing the objectives, you must ensure that they are attainable during your teaching demonstration. For example, in objective 1, explain the key parts of the Ask-and-Sham model of communication. You can call on students and ask them to explain in their own words the flow of the Ask-and-Sham model of communication. And in our objective 2, which is actively participate in two-way communication activities, you can allow students to ask questions for clarification after your lecture or during the discussion. Now, for step 3, assess progress toward the end goal. Ensure that each activity during the demonstration ties back to the objective. Okay. There, you can assign students to break into groups, discussions, and act out scenarios where two-way communication is important in order to achieve the objective number 3. So now that we've learned the definition and steps in integrating begin with the end as a teaching strategy, why do you what do you observe about this technique? Is it highly recommended for you or not? Why? You can pause the video and comment your answer there. So yeah, okay, I'll just give you 10 seconds to reflect and share your comment to our comment section. Okay, let's now see if your answer aligns with the advantages and disadvantages of this technique. For the advantages, it provides clarity and focus. This technique gives both teachers and students a clear sense of direction, ensuring that all activities contribute to the final learning goal. In terms of alignment with assessment and improvement lesson flow, do you agree? Well, for me, yes, because it helps the teacher prepare smoother transitions during teaching and it enables students to participate more due to the organization provided by the teacher. However, for the disadvantages, teachers with heavy workloads or many sections to teach, backward design may not be as effective since it requires more time to plan activities that align with every learning competency. There is also the risk of becoming too focused on the objective, which could limit flexibility in teaching and learning. Okay, so let's test your understanding with a few quick evaluation questions. I'll ask a question and I want you to pause the video to think about your answer. After 5 seconds, I will display the answer so you can check if you got it right. Okay, so are you ready? Okay, I'll be reading the question twice and I will be counting 1 to 5 and there I will put it already the answer. So question number 1. It is a technique emphasizes the starting planning process. Again, it is a technique emphasizes the starting planning process. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There. Question number 2. We called it blank if the teacher becomes too focused on the objective. Again, we call it blank if the teacher becomes too focused on the objective. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There. Question number 3. At the start of demonstration, we share the blank to clearly articulate the learning goal. At the start of demonstration, we share the blank to clearly articulate the learning goal. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There. The objective is or the learning competencies. Question number 4. We must blank that each during the demonstration ties back to the objective. Again, we must blank that each activity during the demonstration ties back to the objective. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And for the last but not least question, this is where clarity, focus, alignment with assessment flow occurs. Again, this is where clarity, focus, alignment with the assessment flow occurs. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There, it's advantageous. How many is your score? Did you get perfect? Well, if you got perfect, that's great. And for those who may not get a perfect score, it is still fine. If you can view and watch it again or video, then you can do it again. So thank you and hope to be with me to our next episode.